Hello, Curious, and welcome back. Recently, people were shocked to find out the news that the former television personality, Josh Duggar, who is most known for his appearance on the reality show 19 Kids and Counting, has been hit with charges of possessing lewd material of minors. What do we know about the case? And what are the conditions of the 33-year-old being released on bail? Has the former TV personality had any problems with similar issues in the past? And did they lead to the cancellation of 19 Kids and Counting? What sort of sentence could the Duggar be facing if found guilty of the charges? Stay with us until the very end to find out the latest information on this case, but before we continue, don't forget to turn on the notifications and subscribe to our channel so that you are always up to date with the hottest celebrity gossip. Just in case some of you might not be familiar with who Duggar is, we are going to quickly let you know that, as well as how this man's name has become known prior to the recent changes, has been plastered and his name is all over the headlines. Josh James Duggar was born on March 3rd of 1988 in Tonnentown, Washington County, northwestern Arkansas. His parents are James Robert and Michelle Annette Ruark Duggar. He was the first of 19 children and was raised in a conservative Christian home. And as we have mentioned before, he was best known for appearing in the reality series 19 Kids and Counting and Counting On, which was a spin on the original. Josh was also the executive director of the FRC Action, which is a lobbying political action committee that was sponsored by the Family Research Council. And he held a position from June 2013 to May of 2015. But what happened that made him quit? Stay with us to find out. As reported by the Washington Post back in 2015, a tabloid alleged that between the years of 2002 and 2003, Duggar had inappropriately touched several underage girls when he was aged 14 and 15. The redacted police reports were initially obtained by In Touch Weekly via the Freedom Act of Request. It indicated that 4 of the 5 victims were Duggar's siblings. The documents had stated that his father, James Robert, also known as Jim Bob, had learned about that in March of 2002 and that these incidents were what happened on multiple occasions, mainly while they were sleeping. And both Jim Bob and his wife Michelle had added that they were made aware of this, and their son confessed and stated the girls were not aware of what had occurred. In the reports, the patriarch of the family had said that his son was disciplined at home when in 2003 they had learned of additional incidents and victims which included the touching of a babysitter and younger sisters. Their father had allegedly brought this to the attention of the elders at their church. As the 2006 police report stated, Jim Bob had told the authorities that he had enrolled Josh in a program consisting of counseling and physical labor after the consultation, with Michelle adding that he was sent away from being home for 3 months to work with a family friend who was remodeling a building. Though allegedly prior to the police being made aware of those incidents in 2006, the family did take Josh to meet with the law enforcement to talk about them. And in that case, it was James W. Hutchins, who was an Arkansas state trooper and a family friend that was, for the first time, the authorities were made aware of this abuse. So according to Jim Bob, his son had allegedly confessed that James was told the entire story, but according to reports from the time, Hutchins had given him a stern talk but did not take any official action against the teen, despite being required to alert the Arkansas Child Abuse Hotline. So how did the police learn about this 3 years later? And was there any action taken? Well, back in 2004 and 2006, the first 4 TV specials that featured the Duggar family were released in December of 2006. They were scheduled to make an appearance on The Oprah Winfrey Show. However, at the time, an anonymous source had emailed Harpo Studios and called the Arkansas Child Abuse Hotline to reveal Josh's past allegations. And to this, the producers of the show alerted the Department of Human Services and had canceled the family's appearance on the show. And so, Springdale, Arkansas Police Department had launched an investigation. Family members interviewed by the police had said that they felt safe at home with Josh around and had forgiven his past behavior. And according to Arkansas state law, charges with regards to intimate abuse of minors must be filed within 3 years of being reported to a police officer to be within the statute of limitations. And because they had contacted Hutchins before the statute had started at the time of the contact and had run out at the time of the 2006 investigation. So this meant that as a result, no charges could be filed, though this whole case was made public in 2015, and as we mentioned before, when In Touch Weekly had obtained these redacted police reports, which in turn led to the family's TLC show being cancelled and Josh stepping down from his post with the Family Research Council, though no legal action was taken. And once this was made public, one victim who had remained unidentified and reportedly was still a minor at the time had requested that any remaining products of the investigation were destroyed, which the judge granted to protect the victim's privacy. Since then, not much was in the press with regards to Duggar, who has seemingly been happily married since 2008 to Anna Renee Keller, and with whom he has 6 children, their firstborn being born in October of 2009, and as the couple announced on April 23rd of this year, they are expecting their 7th child, which is a girl. And as we had said, seemingly, all was quiet until November of last year. TMZ had reported that Homeland Security was seen around the car dealership in which Josh worked in Arkansas and that allegedly it was related to a federal investigation. At the time, the publication had said that it was unclear what was the nature of the investigation, and what was the Duggar family spokesperson had said that no member of the family was a target of any investigation, and that a living life in the public eye has taught them that this was the best way to reply to every one of the rumors and a piece of fake news that was circulating online. After that, no new information had come out with regards to this until April 29th, when TMZ had reported that Josh Duggar was arrested by federal agents in Washington County and was being held in a detention center without bail. The publication had stated that at the time, his current legal dispute, as far as the public was concerned, was a civil lawsuit filed against him for real estate fraud, but the next day, the real reason had come to light. The reason for the federal investigation and arrest was that he was charged with receiving and possessing explicit photos and videos that had featured minor children. According to reports by various news sites, he has been accused of knowingly possessing these types of images, which included photographs of minors below the age of 12. And if convicted, he could face charges of up to 20 years of imprisonment and fines of up to $250,000 on each account. And as per the court's orders, he was asked to forfeit any material related to the case, which includes all computer equipment. So appearing before the judge at the Western District of Arkansas Federal Court from jail via a Zoom call, he entered a plea of not guilty on all counts. And during the virtual detention hearing on May 5th, it was revealed by Homeland Security Investigation Special Agent Gerald Faulkner that this was all made possible due to a program called Covenant Eyes that was registered under the couple's name. As per the software's website, the program is an accountability software that is meant to protect users from objectionable content and help monitor screen activity of those with addictions to X-rated content. And Faulkner had said that the program was unable to detect Duggar's internet usage after a password-protected network was installed on his computer. So according to the agent, investigators had found child intimate abuse materials on an isolated part of the computer's hard drive that was not monitored by the program, and its inability to monitor it was most likely a tip-off. On the 5th, there was also an update with regards to his bail, and after a lengthy hearing, the following day he was released on bond, as was confirmed by Us Weekly. However, as many internet users had pointed out when the news first broke out, Duggar has 6 young children of his own, and many were concerned if letting him go back home was a good idea. And despite this, his team had filed a motion for him to be released and permitted to return home to his immediate family. But it seems that this is something that the judge has also taken into consideration, and during the hearing, Judge Christy Comstock said that I will tell you that your own children and your siblings, children and your minor brothers and sisters, they're all a part of a larger society that the court must consider in protecting from you. I cannot in good conscience send you home. There are 6 minor children that live in your house. There are other minor children, and in that, out of your grandparents' house, a regular basis, and I'm not going to return you there. But while Josh might not be permitted to return to his home, he will be staying at a home confinement with Pastor LeCount Reber and his wife Maria Reber, which is something that the U.S. Chief Magistrate, Judge Aaron L. Weideman, has said that he would likely require a third-party custodian and that he could reside if he was released. As per the conditions, Duggar will only be permitted to leave and to go to church, work, and legal appointments, and, for medical care, and it will be monitored via a GPS. As per release conditions, he will also be able to leave to see his children, as he has been granted unlimited contact with them as long as his wife Anna Duggar is present. Though besides that, he cannot be around any other children. His parents, Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar, had released a statement to Us Weekly following his arrest on April 30th, which said, "We appreciate your continued prayers for our family at this time, and the accusations brought against Joshua today are very serious, and it is our prayer that the truth, no matter what it is, will come to light, and that this will all be resolved in a timely manner. We love Josh and Anna and continue to pray for their family. At the moment, his hearing is scheduled to take place in July." So curious, what are your thoughts on the situation? Do you remember Josh from the TLC show 19 Kids and Counting? Did you know about the prior accusations against him? Do you think the sentence he could face is enough? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. See you next time!